Hello everyone, my name is Tammy Palmer and I am going to be presenting on development in late adulthood in reference to sugar daddies. I'm just going to start with some basic definitions that I found just on Wikipedia and Urban Dictionary, just about the description and how the term was coined and where it all came from. So Wikipedia describes a sugar daddy as an older man who offers support either financially or material things to a younger person, woman, in exchange for sexual favors or companionship. The term sugar daddy was coined by Elma D. Bretfield Spreckles. She was married to a man 24 years her senior, and it described her greatest accomplishment as persuading her first husband to donate the California Palace of the Legion of Honor to the city of San Francisco. And so the term sugar daddy was a name that she nicknamed her husband because he was 24 years her senior and he was the owner of a Spreckles sugar company. So that's how that came about. And then in the Urban Dictionary, like a genie, he may be a little bit old, but if a girl rubs his lamp, he'll grant her wishes. I thought that was funny, but that's the Urban Dictionary is just like street terms and slang and different words that is a society dictionary, so to speak, cultural. And so these are just some two definitions on what a sugar daddy is. In reference to the media and how they play a role in how that relationship between an older male and a younger woman is displayed, is in movies such as Pretty Woman, where Julia Roberts' character, um, she was a prostitute off the street, came in his life and swept him off his feet. He fell in love with her, and he provided this support and this wisdom that he had, and just guiding her through life. And so, even though this was the relationship, it wasn't looked at as a bad thing. Even though the description and the definition is just look like that, that a younger person is just after an older man for his money and for whatever he can give her. Julia Roberts' character kind of painted a different picture. And then you have, of course, the infamous Hugh Hefner with his Playboy bunnies, and it almost makes this type of relationship, if an older man with a younger woman, makes it seem like it's cool and that, it's hip and it's something. It's like a trophy and a prize, and it shows everybody in that age bracket that, you haven't lost it and you still able to entertain women half your age. However, the twin, I'm not sure if that's Mary Kate or Ashley, she's married to someone about 10 years older, and the media chews her up about it, chews them up as well. So it depends on what society wants to, which way they want to go at the time. On the left here is just some articles that I came across when I was doing my research, and just about how they just keeps it going. So it, depending on which way the media sways it, is going to determine whether or not society is going to accept this type of relationship as being something that's just normal or just this taboo thing. So some of the changes and the similarities in this type of relationship over time. What I found that the older man, what is this person seeking when he is trying to engage with this younger person? He's trying to seek sex and adventure. He wants beauty, procreation, the possibility of having more children, or trying to fulfill some desire that he lost or missed out on during his youth. Now, in addition to that, now what I found, like in my research, what's going on recently, is that the older men, they fear they fear visibly aging. It's this generational bridge that they want to close. They want to reconnect with. They want to reconnect with this generation that they may have missed out on. It's just about sexual validation and reassurance, letting people know you still got it, or want to prove to yourself that you still have it, whatever that it is. And a younger woman, although we're not really focused on the woman in this stage of life, however, what's common is that the younger woman is seeking financial, material gain and guidance and wisdom. That's through history, that's through time. And now, with my research and my findings, um, younger women are looking at this type of relationship as sort of a job and another avenue or alternative way of relieving financial stress. And so I didn't put it in my slide, but I was coming across a lot of articles and a lot of interviews on college women and how that's just the new phenomenon of using someone older to pay off student loan debt, and they're perfectly okay with it. And we'll see in a slide later on one of the videos that this is just a way of life for both parties, and they are not looking at it like is this bad thing. It's just a way to advance in the educational career by having less financial stress by seeking out this financial benefit from this older person. These are the things that's creating the platform to have this type of relationship, a specific relationship, older man, younger woman. They have websites, they have all kinds of things dedicated to that specifically. So it's not hard. It's not hard to seek this type of relationship out and be okay about it. Online dating is kind of forced those in that older generation to enter the technology world, and it normalizes this type of relationship form. It creates a platform, and so it doesn't seem like it's anything wrong with it whatsoever. Now these are the clips that I found. The first clip is just Lisa Lang. She goes into just the world of what they call a sugar baby, which is the younger woman, and what the benefits of being in this type of relationship is. And the second clip is just what I was speaking of earlier about how college students, use this type of relationship and look at it as a form of, as an alternative form of paying off student loan debt. So check those clips out. Let me know what you think. Share your thoughts.
We sought the help of seekingarrangement.com, which is probably the most well-known website for hooking up sugar daddies and sugar babies. They introduced us to a number of young women who were surprisingly really candid about their intentions and talked about the challenges they have. The first time you went on a sugar date, you were homeless?
Yeah. But a lot of the people that I'd seen, I never told them about my situation because I didn't want them to think they could take advantage of me being, a young girl with nobody to go to, nobody to help her.
Desperate.
Yeah.
When I went to the Seeking Arrangement party, we didn't get a lot of young women to talk to us on camera. We have a lot of restrictions on us. We can't move about the party freely, and all the participants have been asked to wear masks. But the few who did were very candid about their backstories and about their intentions in wanting to be sugar babies. Are you in college now?
Yeah. Well, with nothing. If I were with a guy my age, he would use me for sex, right? So why not use older guys? You can buy me stuff. I'm only gonna look like this for so long, so.
The men, however, were not that forthcoming about talking about their intentions, probably because a good number of them are married. The ones that did share their stories with us had very, very, let's say, interesting lives and journeys.
95% of these girls just want to have a good time and not have to pay half. So if you take them to a nice spot, these girls love you. Shavings?
Okay, so what do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Um, I can't wait to get to class and so I can hear what you guys think. Okay, so this is the one about the students. Let's see what some of our peers had to say.
Ever dream of living at the beach? Let Century 21 Collins Realty help you find the perfect beach house on St. George Island. Visit century21collinsrealty.com or call 850-927-3100. Live the island life. We first told you about the growing popularity of FSU students using sugar daddies to pay for their tuition in February.
Well, now it's graduation time. Eyewitness News reporter Lenitra Bennett explains how more female students will be leaving campus with their degrees and without debt.
Taylor Barros is used to FSU being a high-ranked school, but making the top sugar daddy list?
I am shocked! Oh my gosh!
SeekingArrangement.com just released its list of the top 15 sugar baby alma maters. It ranks FSU 8th, with 240% more female students graduating by using sugar daddy funds. The website says a sugar daddy is a successful man who is willing to offer financial help in return for companionship.
Like women having degrees themselves, to get an education? Come on, that's upsetting.
The report says 37 million Americans have outstanding student loan debt. In 2011, the report claims 52% of college sugar babies graduated debt-free because of their mutually beneficial arrangements. But in 2012, that number jumped by 15%.
If it's working out for them, it's working out for them. But there are more issues that are kind of coming to question, but I'm not a person to judge other people.
SeekingArrangement.com says the average college sugar baby gets about $3,000 a month to cover tuition, books, and living expenses. Barrow says her out-of-state fees are $2,500 a semester, but says she wouldn't turn to a sugar daddy.
No.
In Tallahassee, Lenitra Bennett, WCTV Eyewitness News.
What do we think? So what are we thinking in regards to what we saw? And like I said, I know that the woman, she is not on display right now. We're not speaking of her stage of development because we know that that can be a whole nother presentation in itself. But I still just wanted to show you guys what the younger women are saying about these relationships. And what does that say for a man in his late adulthood seeking it out? So sugar babies, that's the term coined for the younger woman that's in a relationship with an older man. This concept is not new. It's not new. It's been recorded in history for ages, and depending on where you are, who you are, what culture you in, what society, where society is at that point in time, it can be normalized acceptance to taboo. Some people prefer it, some people don't. It's looked down upon and is high five. It just depends. And the concepts of these relationships and the exact definition of what that significant age gap is, it varies from society and from culture. One of the studies, the National Survey for Family Growth, was conducted by the National Center for Health Statistics. It found that 16% of girls had sex with male partners who were 7 years or more older than them. And then Lynn Phillips, who was a psychologist and a professor at New York University, she conducted a study that was well known for Planned Parenthood, and it consisted of women who were involved with men 10 years older. And then the Journal of Evolution Psychology, they looked at different ads, spraydatematch.com, also the website that we saw earlier in the slide,